What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my studio. So we're gonna be checking out MAPR's Rita's Rewind gameplay slash interview. This one should be a lot of fun. Let's get to it. Yo, this looks so dope. I'm loving the music.
Okay, so Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Rita's Rewind. It's an all-new Power Rangers game, done very much in 16-bit style and homage to, like, arcade games of the 1990s. What we're showing here at Gamescom is a couple of the brawler levels, the beat-em-up levels, 5-player co-op, couch co-op, or
Yo,
online.
this looks like it's gonna be one of the most funnest games ever.
Color, whichever Ranger you want to play as. And then, for
y'all hear
the brawler levels, as you know, if you've seen...
Do y'all hear the Super Nintendo version in the background? Yep. This game is gonna be one of the best games Digital Eclipse has ever done.
In the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers show, it starts out with the teenage kids in their suits, punching humanoid-sized enemies. Then the enemies get larger. They've got to get into their Dino Zords, right? And then, after that, then that's represented by, essentially like 3D sprite-based, running into the camera, doing some 3D platforming, dodging huge attacks that are coming down on you, and shooter gameplay, right? There's also a shooter segment on a roller coaster, just for fun, because they're at a carnival.
It's funny because he didn't really mention that the carnival scene is a reference from the No Clowning Around episode, just so you know.
Zord, as we know at the end of the show, last couple of minutes, forms the Megazord. Then you go up against the final phase of the boss, and then it's a collaborative kind of thing where everybody who's playing all has to work together, because they're all inside the Megazord, they're all in one being, right? And they've all got to work together to defeat the ultimate form of the boss. So many different game genres and styles of gameplay are going to be represented to really bring across like that feel of the original show.
Okay, nice. What is your highlight in the gameplay?
Going to be represented to really bring across like that feel of the original show.
Okay, nice. What is your highlight in the gameplay?
I mean, I'm a beat 'em up guy. I loved Final Fight and Streets of Rage and all that kind of stuff. So for me, it's just great to play a beat 'em up game, which is good. It's good that I like beat 'em up games. You know why? Because it's day 3 of Gamescom, and I've played the demo of this probably like 25 to 30 times by now. Yeah. And honestly, I mean,
I don't blame him.
It's still fun. We've got a lot of moves in there where you could, you're not just like, punch the end. You can punch enemies, you can launch them, you can jump up with the jumping attack, you can juggle them in the air, you can combo them. There's enemies that'll, the fist putty enemies will block front attacks. So
I am so in love with the graphics right now.
And the best way to do that is to use the very artful sort of martial arts dodge where the characters are flipping. So it's beautiful to watch it in action, and it's just as much fun to play.
Okay, and you already mentioned like a little more of other beat 'em up games. Which would you say was the biggest inspiration for this game?
I think, well, so here's the thing. A lot of the members of this team, I mean, these are game design veterans at Digital Eclipse, and their careers date back to literally making 16-bit action games, like on the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. So it's not as if people are looking back trying to figure out how did they do this back in the day. They know. So really, it's not like one game or one recent game.
Hey, this game looks slick.
Saying, I'm going to take inspiration from that. It's a lifetime, just a literal lifetime of game design for these guys. The last 20, 30 years of game design. These are people who, they look at everything, and so you will certainly see inspirations, I think, probably from other games in the beat 'em up genre, and really other genres too. I mean, a lot of the Dinosaur stuff is very inspired by like super scalar games like Space Harrier and stuff like that, right? Like that's the feel, that's the visuals that we want to bring across and the feel of those games. So it's just taking inspiration from many eras of video game history.
Okay,
like a mixture of all.
When I played this demo, I didn't see the Green Ranger. Please tell me he will be an unlockable character or be added as a DLC maybe.
I'm sorry,
The Green Ranger.
Green Ranger. Yeah. Are you what are you postulating the existence of some sort of, are you saying that like what, like,
niggas on social media be geeking out like crazy when they knew that Tommy was gonna end up being an unlockable character in the game, just like in the Sega Genesis and the Game Gear. But can you blame him? he is one of the most iconic characters of all time. So
and what, like hypnotize a local youth into becoming some sort of green ranger that would then she would then set against our core group of heroes. It's a crazy plan. I mean, what you're saying right now. So we'll see.
I wonder if this game is gonna probably base on the Green Medieval Saga, if they're gonna add that into the game. And then once you beat Tommy, and he'll become the Green Ranger, and he'll become the most unlockable playable character in the history of video games. Like, just imagine that.
If she tries it.
Okay, and when will the game be released? And can you already say for which platform, how much it will cost?
So that's 3 questions. So slow down.
Yeah.
It is coming out on the Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and PC.
Yeah.
It is going to be released in the fall of this year. So it is close. We are finishing it up. The team is back home working furiously on it, and I cannot tell you what it's going to cost.
All right, thank you very much.
1 million.
Well, yeah. Let me just say this right here. This game is going to be the most talked about game throughout the years to come, because I feel like Digital Eclipse is not only dedicated to their craft, but they know what they're doing. So the only thing I can say to them is just let them cook. Because when they say that, the team is back home, finishing up the game. They're gonna do some finishing touches. I understand that this game is going to be the most positive game being reviewed on YouTube and all over social media, because the game is just fun. And then I keep seeing the same comment in every video saying that how it's disrespectful to the fans, this and that, and all that bull crap. Like, nigga, I don't want to hear all that. And the person that made this video actually agreed with that person. I'm like, are you for real? I just don't understand the fandom sometimes in general. So what are your thoughts on this, man? Did you enjoy my reaction? Sorry if I stutter. Link to the original video will be down below.